What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 10. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I am doing the exact same thing. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day. Okay, I know that some of you may have lost your moms and you may be missing your moms, but I still hope you found a way to you know not really enjoy but have a decent day. You feel what I'm saying? Because I never know what to say when it comes down to people who have lost parents, because I've never lost a parent before. I don't know what that is like, but I know that a lot of my friends have lost their parents over the last year, and so I really do be trying to I know that I be trying to be there for them when the time comes and stuff like that. I really do be trying. It's really not much I can say or do to make them feel better, because at the end of the day, there's still going to be a void that's not going to be there. That's still going to be there forever. But sometimes people just want you to be around, and that's just what it is. Um so as you all know, I was not on the Whether You Like It or Not panel tonight because I hadn't watched the show. I had just got back to Atlanta. So soon as I got here and got myself together, I turned on Peacock and I watched the episode. So I was like, let me put this live all the way to the end, all the way to the back. So all the way to the back. So the Whether You Like It or Not panel can do its thing. So I put it back to like 10:35 because I felt like the panel would be over with by then. So it is what it is. Now I am going to be honest with y'all. Now I'm in a good mood, but I'm slightly irritated at this moment. So if I come across a certain type of way as we continue on with this video, just know that I'm fucking irritated. And I just want it to be said out loud, and I don't give a fuck who has an issue with what the fuck I'm saying, because I'm gonna say it. I'm irritated. I don't like to be placed in things that has absolutely nothing to do with me. The fact that I just got into Atlanta and I just got myself settled, and the fact that I was told that I was named in a lawsuit today, not that I'm in the lawsuit, I'm named in a fucking lawsuit from another blogger who's supposedly suing Melody Cherie. And me and a couple of other content creators are basically named in this lawsuit. From what I was told, I'm not the one, I'm not being sued. Melody is the one that's being sued. But my name was mentioned, I guess, as a witness of some sorts. I don't know, but I don't appreciate it. And I'm annoyed. And I don't like that shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And the fact that it gives people, and I'm just gonna say this for the next minute because y'all do know that I started the 5-minute mark. And the thing that's really pissing me off is that I'm listening to these panels, and I just listened to Queen Sheba. Yes, I said the name Queen Sheba. I'm listening to her. She didn't say it, but somebody on her panel decided, because I already knew you ain't gotta call a motherfucker name to know who the fuck you talking about. I mean, the motherfucker even mimicked the way my southern accent sounds. She was saying, oh, he was sitting there. One of them are so surprised. They're so surprised. And oh my God, they was up there saying, I ain't got a problem with him. I ain't got a problem with him. I ain't got a problem with him. And all of a sudden, now they're surprised that they're in a lawsuit. They should have known that was never your friend and all this other stuff. When did y'all ever hear me say anything? Like, what do you, when did you ever hear me, like, whenever I name my friends on YouTube, everybody knows who the fuck I run with all the time. So why do y'all keep on trying to link me to him? You know what I mean? There was a time where we were cool and shit like that, but we ain't never had no problems or nothing like that. You know, I just ain't talked to that man in God knows how long. So what are you talking about? Why y'all keep on trying to place me in this shit? Leave me the fuck out of it. Want me to be linked up with this man so motherfucking bad, and you on panels thinking that you making a motherfucking point when you sound stupid as a motherfucker. This whole shit is stupid. Why the fuck am I in it anyway? But you know what? I'm finna move on. I'm not finna do my live. Just letting y'all know that. Now I told y'all I'm irritated, but the irritation just might be what's needed for this live because I was irritated by a lot of stuff that I saw on tonight's episode. And I know that we didn't pass the 5-minute mark and all this other shit. But yeah, the shit is annoying. And I ain't really gonna worry about it too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna continue to do what I've been doing. So, but I just want y'all to know that it's fucked up, and I don't like that. I don't like nobody playing with me at all. Cause I don't be in nobody's shit, so don't put me in no shit. That's how I feel about this whole motherfucking situation. And whoever that was on Queen Sheba talking shit, I hope you in here. Make yourself known. That's the main thing that made me mad. Cause I'm like, just so you mad because I said I didn't have an issue with him. He didn't do anything to me at that moment. So why would I be mad because you motherfuckers is mad? That's the thing. Y'all mad because y'all wanted us to drag the damn man, and then we didn't. And then now I'm being dragged into some stupid ass lawsuit that ain't got nothing to do with me. But you know, I don't know. But if you really want to know but this irritation really comes from what I saw on Queen Sheba, no lie. But I had already kind of spoke about this whole thing on Empress already. So if you want my response, my real feeling about it, you can go to Empress on that. You know what I mean? I still didn't drag him. I'm just confused about what the fuck is actually going on here. I don't even know what the fuck going on right now. I don't even know what's going on. I just got home and I got called with this bullshit. But you know, we're gonna keep it moving, y'all. All right, y'all ready for the review? So let me go and turn my phone on do not disturb so I won't be disturbed. And let me pull my notes out. Okay. Let me see. We probably gonna start the 10-minute mark today. Hold on, y'all. No, Scotty. You have too much coming up. The amount of abundance of your favor that is about to come your way is the reason why these folks are coming up against you or two more. Baby, it's crazy. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Okay. She just ended her live or whatever. We got a couple of more seconds before we continue on, y'all. That show is a liability to own networks with all these lawsuits. Please cancel it, Carlos. Scotty, I just saw it and had to come over. I know dang on well, not exactly. The devil is a liar. Scotty, you are highly favored and blessed. God got you. Oh, absolutely. But let me just make something clear real quick. Queen Sheba was not the one that said that shit. Whoever that was on her live is the one that said it. Okay. But anyway, we at the 10-minute mark, so let's go ahead and get started. Hey, T. So we opened this thing up with Kelly and her house situation, right? So they came from one house and they moved into the townhouse for a temporary fix. But now the house was given to her, and now she got to sell it. And she's been trying to sell it. So she probably gonna take that money and buy her another house, which would be the more sensible thing to do, is to sell that house and get her another house. That's pretty much what it is, right? So then her kids make jokes about her being old and not really being a good cook and all this other stuff. You know, shit that you really that shit that you normally do with your mama and stuff like that. Cause I know I be doing that shit with my mama sometimes too. Like, you know, but my mama can cook though. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know this ain't got nothing to do with the review, but I'm gonna tell you this. My mother cooked on Mother's Day. I hadn't had no collard greens in so long since I've been gone. Cause you know I can't cook on myself. So I was happy to be there. But anyway, moving on. So we get into Shamia. So she's getting ready to go to lunch with somebody. And the next thing you know, we see the person that she's going to lunch with is Ralph. And I'm looking at her like, Shamia, you are clicking, but you clicking down. Because why the hell are you meeting up for lunch with Ralph of all people? What relationship do you have with him? And on top of that, all of y'all make it seem like spouses and, you know, folks like that are so much off limits and y'all don't need to be filming with them. But here your bald headed ass going over here to film with this lady's husband. What is the fucking point of you going over there to do that? That's the part that I'm trying to understand. See, you trying to be messy and you making yourself look real stupid and suspect. Like for real. And I still like Shamia. Don't get me wrong. She's still my chocolate goddess. But I gotta keep it 100 with you. You look foul and you look stupid. And the only reason why you're meeting up with Ralph is because you're Team Portia and you're trying to sit up here and be her loyal ride or die, something that she ain't never been to you. As I keep on saying, she ain't never been a sisterhood to nobody. And it looks real ridiculous and it looks real stupid. Because what if Drew turned around and met up with your husband on camera? Luckily enough, your husband don't even want to be on camera, so that'll never happen. But at the end of the day, that's weird. Okay, that's weird as fuck. And the thing is, what does Drew working with Portia Baby Daddy got to do with you? Why the fuck do you feel like you need to meet up with Ralph? And so Ralph comes to her saying that he wants to do a podcast, you know, involving Shamia. And I'm like, what type of podcast would you motherfuckers even be having? And why do you even want to involve Shamia in this podcast? Like, I got an inkling that you feel like, I got an inkling that you feel like Drew got issues with Shamia. So that's the only reason why you're trying to work with her. You're trying to work with people that you view as ops to Drew, which I feel like is kind of fucked up if you ask me. Because it's like, why the fuck are you even doing it? Why the fuck are you trying to work with her? And on top of that, you look stupid. You look stupid as a motherfucker. I don't even get that shit. I don't get it at all. But Ralph want a peach. And we all felt like Peter wanted a damn peach back in the day. But really and all, Ralph really wants a peach. That's really who want a peach in this bitch, to be quite honest. Ralph want a peach real bad. And my thing about it is, it's just like, girl, what? Like, I'm just so confused by this whole situation. And I'm just like, girl, what are we doing here? Like I said, Shamia, you're clicking, but you're clicking down. How the fuck do you start so strong, but then you wind up clicking the fuck down the way that you are? Like, that shit is crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my damn life. So then Shamia sits in the confessional with her Anita Baker Rhythm of Love haircut and sit up here and say, I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong by meeting with Ralph. Why you don't think that this is wrong? Why you don't think that this is wrong? You don't think that is wrong because Drew was filming with Dennis and that she was working on music with Dennis, and that's why you don't think that is wrong? If that's the reason why you feel like that is wrong, then that's complete bullshit. Because once again, what the fuck does that got to do with you at the end of the day? If Portia mad at Drew, that's one thing. But what the fuck you mad at Drew for? I mean, what the fuck you mad at Drew for working with Dennis? You ain't fucked Dennis. You ain't got no baby by Dennis. You ain't never been in a relationship with Dennis. So what the hell are you talking about? Like, what is it giving? I don't get it. So then Portia arrives talking about, this is not no tit for tat. I did not know that Ralph was going to be here. So then Shamia going to say, I always feel like it's very important to have a witness on your side because you just want the people to know that I'm not trying to with Ralph. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what's really going on? Like, I just got her here so she could see that ain't nothing crazy going on because I ain't got no time for you to be thinking that I was messing around with Ralph or whatever, right? So then it's kind of like, okay, like, girl, you sound stupid. You sound stupid and you sound ridiculous. Okay, you really do. So then that's when Portia then alludes to Drew and Dennis smashing. I think he said something along the lines of, I'm not gonna fuck you, so run me my money. what I took from that is when Dennis says that he's not gonna fuck her, run me my money. I think that what he was actually saying was when he says he's not gonna fuck her, I don't think he was talking about in a sexual sense. I think that he was talking about fucking her as far as her out of her money or not doing the job right. That's how I took it. But of course, small fig brained ass Portia chose to sit up here and make this shit about something else. I thought that that was real whack, and I thought that was real lame for her to even take it to that whole level like that. Why would you even do that? And but at the same point in time, though, Portia is a liar, and all she ever does is perpetuate rumors and bullshit. So at the end of the day, this ain't nothing new in the picture for her. This is what she does. She makes up stuff about people, and then she throws it out in the air, and then when somebody confronts her about throwing that type of stuff out in the air, then she ain't got nothing to say about it. But why you ain't got nothing to say about it, and why you don't want to be confronted about it? See, you don't want to be confronted about it because you know that it's bullshit. And I just think that it's crazy because the reason why you're saying it is because this is something that you would have done. You would have done something strange for a piece of change and a piece of beat your damn self, which is probably what you did back in the day when you was dancing in the motherfucking videos. That's what it was. So I'm just like, girl, what? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? I don't get it, nor do I understand it, but like God, please. Like, I just feel like like Portia is really full of shit, but Shamia really is too for her to even be doing this. Um, then they talk about the Pilar comment when Drew said this music would probably pay for PJ's tuition, college tuition. And so I don't know why they're trying to I don't know why they're trying to make that comment about the whole this will pay for PJ's college a big thing. I don't even think that Drew dissed her child. I don't even think that Drew was even dissing Portia and Dennis at all when she said that. All she was saying was this project is going to make y'all a lot of money and it's going to pay for the tuition. That's all she was saying. I didn't see nothing shady about that, honestly. And you might think I'm crazy, and you can think whatever you want to, but I don't really believe that that's what she was going with that. I just don't believe that that's what she was going with that at all. But I just think that that's what they do. They like to take stuff and blow things out of proportion and make it more than what it is, especially when it comes down to motherfucking Drew. They wait to make something bigger than what it is. And then Shamia wonders why people call her ass a fucking lapdog. This scene right here is the main reason why motherfuckers was calling you a damn lapdog. You sit up there and you go along with whatever Portia fucking does. And then everybody want to sit up here and be mad with the people for talking about Portia on this damn show as if she's not on the show, as if she's not creating a bunch of unnecessary bullshit, as if she's not, doing bullshit. But just like we're talking about Portia, we're going to talk about Shamia. And Shamia is up here doing a whole lot of fuck shit that she can't back up. And what I mean by that is you up here at the beginning of the episode, you doing bullshit. But by the end of the episode, you crying like a motherfucking baby. And that's the shit I be talking about. See, the more you laugh at somebody else's misfortune, or the more you laugh at somebody else's bullshit, you're gonna turn around and you're gonna see that you're no different. You laughing at somebody else's bullshit because it involves your friend, but now that same friend made your ass cry like she always do. So how do you feel about yourself now, Shamia? Let's not play these motherfucking games. So then Ralph says that he filed for divorce because Drew was sleeping with Ty. So it took for her to so-called sleep with a woman for you to, file for divorce. But what was you doing? Was you cheating? Is that why you were in Tampa? Because we never understood. We never knew where you was when you went to Tampa, baby boy. We never knew that because you never said what you were doing in Tampa. So why was you meeting in Tampa? Were you meeting with Courtney, your fake cousin? What's going on here? What's going on? I mean, I'm just confused by the situation. What's really going on here? You were cheating, and you know you were. We all know that you was motherfucking cheating. So what the you talking about? You know, and I know, we all know you were motherfucking cheating. So what gives, Ralph? What gives, baby boy? You knew what the fuck you were doing. Stop playing. Because just like Harold said in the comments, whether or not she was doing the H-Town and knocking boots with Ty, at the end of the day, you stepped out long before she did. See, that's what happens with these clown ass niggas. They always do shit like that. Soon as the woman step out for whatever reason, then that's when they decide that they want to get mad and file for divorce and stuff. See, they can't never handle the same dirt that's being thrown back at their ass. Yeah, she clowned you by fucking around with Ty. Definitely clowned the shit out of you. Something that you deserved. But most men can't handle it when a woman cheat back on them. If that is what Drew did. But apparently Drew got brought up on Basketball Wives tonight. And y'all know I ain't seen it yet because I just got home from Atlanta. So I'm just trying to figure that part out. I don't know what's going on with that. But however, yeah, men don't ever like it when their woman do the same thing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen so many men, I'm friends with so many stray dudes, and I see them stepping out on a women all the time. And I always tell them that it's not cool for y'all to be stepping out on these women like that. Like these women be taking care of you, paying your bills, helping you out and shit. And then you out here fucking on the next girl because she fine and got a fat ass. But then when a woman chooses to say, "Oh, I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna go find me another big ass that's gonna f me right while this out here sleeping around," then you want to get mad when the shit happened to you. But why the fuck is you mad because the shit happening to you? It ain't nothing more than what the fuck you already did. So what the fuck you mad for? That's the part I be trying to figure out. What the fuck is you mad about? You did this to yourself. So what you mad for? But okay. Um Shamia says that she ain't really got no beef with Drew. Well, if you ain't got no beef with Drew, then why the fuck are you doing this? Then they discuss the beef with Shamia and Angela, and Shamia is trying to figure out why the hell is Angela so quick and able to forgive Portia, but not Shamia. And it could go both ways. She shouldn't be so quick to she shouldn't be so quick to forgive Portia, knowing that Portia said that she will fuck her husband, and we already know that Portia is a husband fucker. So therefore, she shouldn't be so quick to want to be friends with her at all, knowing that she'll fuck somebody else's husband, and if she want to fuck her husband, she will. So I don't understand why she even moving forward with a relationship with Portia anyway. But then when it comes down to Shamia, she is mad at you because she thought more of you. And especially being that you are a married woman like she is, she didn't understand why you would even be okay with that comment. So it could go both ways. I see why you feel like, well, why is she sitting up here? Why is she sitting up here, so quick to forgive, Portia for whatever's going on, but not me? You feel what I'm saying? But boy, I tell you, Angela playing both of y'all. Just know that. So Angela and Kelly, they meet up, and Angela questions Kelly about the baby remarks, about the side baby remarks. And Kelly did throw in the fact that Charles had a side baby when they was all at the Bailey Q. She did do that now. Now, Kelly then apologizes for the baby remarks. And I think that Kelly did the right thing by apologizing because she looked real crazy trying to, throw shit out there and all this other stuff. Like, why the hell are you even throwing that shit out there like that to make, to help your friend, the same person that you ain't even finna be friends with by the end of this damn show? By the end of the season, you ain't even finna be friends with her no more, which we all kind of jumped on your neck about it when we were doing the panel last week, because we all felt like it was really ridiculous how you jumped in on it. And it's like, girl, what the fuck is you doing? Like, why even do that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why do that? But okay, girl, whatever. So then Angela said that she did something with Wendy Williams. I guess Charles hosted something with Wendy Williams, and Wendy Williams had like a situation where we all know about it, where her ex-husband had cheated on her, and I think he had a baby on her. And Angela said that she told Wendy, hey, it's just a baby. And Wendy took it and ran with it and made it seem like, it was Charles that did the infidelity and had the baby. But in all reality, it was never Charles. It was her daughter's father that actually had the side baby on her when she was with him. So that's what that was, honestly. So I'm like, okay. Okay, we got something here. I'm glad that she put that out there. I'm glad that she put that out there. Hold on, y'all. But anyway, but what we doing? But anyways, so she but I think that it's best that people know what the hell they talking about before they start throwing out shit. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. Angela does, however, admit that there was some infidelity in her marriage to Charles, like it absolutely was. And I'm glad that Angela is very transparent because that's the thing that I intend on doing when, because I'm currently filming a web reality show right now as we speak. Now that I'm back from Mississippi, I go right back into filming sometime this week. But yes, I play. That's the way that a reality star should be. Like if you're on a reality show, then you should always speak your reality about certain things that has happened because you never know who's watching. You never know who can relate to it. You feel what I'm saying? So I love the fact that she's definitely being very much so transparent about this situation. Um, Let me see. Angela says that Shamia is hurt by Portia, and she feels like Portia really needs, Shamia needs to have this conversation with Portia. So we get into Britt and Mike. They're talking about walking around the house getting shit. And, Britt was saying that she got to deal with the fact that her mama finna invade her personal space. She ain't got to invade your personal space. She ain't got to be in your house. You're the one who making her stay there, but okay. She speaks about her issues with Angela. She says she really thought that her and Angela was getting somewhere, but then she just feel like Angela really been trying her. But girl, at the Bailey Q, you started with Angela, and then the sad thing about it was you started with Angela at the Bailey Q, but then you got mad when she read you for filth. And that's my thing about it. Like, why the fuck is you mad because she read you for filth? You asked for the read, girl. You asked for the read. So I don't even understand why you acting all surprised and just upset because she read your ass down. She read you down and it was very much so appreciated by the fans and you asked for it. That's the thing of the situation. Like you literally asked to get read in that particular scene because there was nothing that she did to you for you to be doing all that. You came for her first, so I don't even get it. But okay, girl, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, girl, please. So then wait. So then they start talking about, her sister and Mike making up. He says that he intends on talking to her and they're going to talk their issues out. And Britt is so happy that Mike and Cher are going to mend fences. I don't really think that any of us really care about, Britt and her family issues because one minute she says they're just jealous of her. Then the next minute is, oh, she doesn't like my relationship with my husband. You don't even know what the issues are. So why should we care? But whatever, moving on. Portia and Angela, they're playing tennis. Her daughter, and we found out that her daughter was married to a girl. I think a lot of us said that on the panel. I think a lot of us felt like, Angela's daughter was married to like a female. I think we all said that, but we really didn't have no proof that she was married to a female. But that was the case with that. So let me see. Portia says that she says that Drew is trying to sleep with Dennis. A second scene where she's going in on Drew and trying to allude to Drew trying to sleep with Dennis. At this reunion that they say is going to be filmed on June the 5th, I'm gonna need for Drew to really go in on Portia and drag the shit out of her. Because Portia is literally trying it with Drew. Like for real, like off the rip. She is trying it with Drew. Because why the fuck do you think that she need to sleep with Dennis to pay for some studio time and pay for some songs? Like, everybody ain't doing what you doing. Hmm. Mm-mm. Like for real. Like Portia is a liar. And the way that she's doing that is crazy. It's crazy. I don't like that. Like is that like you going like dirty, like real dirty? Like why are you doing that? And y'all wonder why I drag her so hard, girl. Oh my god! And then they bring up the PJ comment, And like I said, the comment wasn't that deep, and even Angela clarified what that comment actually meant. And then she felt like Shamia was putting a little bit more sauce on what was actually said by Drew, which she was putting sauce on it. I think I said that when she actually went back and told Portia what Drew said, because I never understood why you bringing it to her like that. That ain't how she said it. But okay, girl, whatever. So then that's when Angela said, now when it comes down to Shamia, me and Shamia had a conversation, and Shamia feels like it's a one-sided friendship. She feels like it's a lot of uncomfortable issues that she got with Portia. So Portia then covers her face with the fake tears, and she decides to storm off. Let me tell y'all something. Angela knew what the hell she was doing. Now, a lot of us really ain't mad with Angela for like carrying that bone and putting it out there, because apparently that conversation was had off camera. So it goes right back to what I just said here. You laughing at somebody else's misfortune, but in the same breath, at the end of the episode, you crying, but you was gleeful in your situation when you were sitting up there with Ralph. You were sitting up there with Ralph and shit, thinking that shit funny that you was meeting up with somebody's husband of a person that you semi don't like. Angela knew what she was doing. She said, I'm going, since they both want to play with me, I'm going to break up this friendship because it's some drama going on and they ain't talking about it on this show. She knew what she was doing, but ain't nobody really mad at Angela for doing the Lord's work. When it comes down to Drew and her virtual therapy, only thing I'm gonna say about it is that I'm glad that she's getting therapy. I just want for Drew to know her worth. Ralph is not something that is worth her sanity or anything like that. It's really not. Like, I don't even Ralph really ain't worth it. Like, even with me, like, I thought he was so damn attractive and so fine and shit. But now that I see him on this show, he's unattractive as a mother. You feel what I'm saying? Like, who would ever find him attractive in the least bit? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what woman would ever want him at this point in time? Because I don't see how anybody would want to, honestly. And I just think that when it all boils down to it, I just think that Drew just needs to know her value. And I don't really think that Drew knows her value, because if she knew her value, I honestly believe that Drew would have been gone a long time ago had she known what her value really was. But right now, she don't really know what her value is. And once she realizes her value, she will not be fucking with Ralph. That marriage ain't worth a damn thing, and it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And I really don't like how everybody's glossing over Drew's divorce, but feel like Portia is the only one that's going through a fucking divorce, and nobody really supports Drew in her shit besides Angela. And I just feel like Drew and Angela are really on a boat by themselves, really on an island by themselves, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. So we get into the Pamper by Portia event. Britt tells Kelly that Mike and Cher settled their issues. We don't care. Next thing you know, Kelly, when they take out the pictures for the Pamper by Portia event, Kelly pulls Shamia to the side, and she says that Drew said that Shamia is Portia's lapdog. And Drew was like, well, no, Shamia was like, so Drew's still going along with that. They're going along with it, Shamia, because you give lapdog tendencies. That's why they're going along with it, because you give a lapdog energy. You act like you don't have a mind on your own, and you act like you can't speak for yourself. And that's not a good look for a woman that's over 40. It's not a good look for a woman that's over 40. Honestly, it's not. And you can't get mad at motherfuckers for constantly calling you a lapdog when that's what you're doing. You can defend your friend, and you can be loyal to your friend, and you can have your friends back without looking the way that you look. You look crazy. And now you finna see why you look crazy. So after she said that, Kelly also informed Shamia that Portia and Angela had a conversation, and Angela went back and told Portia what was talked about or whatever. And so Shamia feels some type of way, and she says that why would you even sit there and have a conversation with these girls and not even tell me anything about it? But see, here's the thing though, Shamia. I don't know exactly what you said to Angela or Kelly in that moment because it wasn't on film. But let's be honest, whatever they brought up to you, you answered the questions and you didn't tell Portia what was being said. So you really can't expect for her to come back and tell you anything that Angela said because you didn't do that same, you didn't do it either. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you was up here like bashing Portia, dogging her out, all that other shit. Like, I don't think that that's what you were doing. I think that you answered questions and Angela brought it back to Portia and Portia took it however she wanted to. But you didn't tell Portia about that conversation. So you can't necessarily be mad at Portia for not telling you about what was going on with Angela. But the facts are the facts and the truth is the truth. At the end of the day, Portia been a fake ass friend to you, and Portia been not being no friend to you, and Portia been showing you her hand a long time ago, and you chose to ignore it when she had her hand out. You chose to ignore that. So what are you saying? So then moving on, um, Angela appreciates Portia's apology. She's willing to move forward. After she says that, Kelly says that she wants Portia and Shamia to talk. And she says that some of the girls feel like Portia doesn't allow Shamia to be her best self. And so Shamia said, but when did I say that? So Kelly said, Portia, how do you feel about this? And Portia said, well, I feel like a piece of shit because a lot of stuff that the girls told me, the girls were saying that, I didn't come to your wedding and stuff like that. And that Shamia put sauce on things. And so that is when Shamia says that let me see. It was a situation about Portia not wanting Shamia to be on this show. Now, I told y'all last year when they was filming this show, the word around the curve was that Portia did not want Shamia on this show. I told y'all that. I was told that last summer while they were filming that she did not want Shamia on this show. She didn't want to film with Shamia, and she was clinging on to Kenya to film with her. She didn't want to film with Shamia. That's why you barely see any scenes with them by themselves. They had that one scene at the strip club, then they had that one other scene. You didn't see her filming with Shamia quite a bit at all in this season. And I told y'all last year that the word around the curve was she did not want that girl on this show. And Shamia said that it was going around that she said that she would rather have Shamia on here just as a friend and not as a housewife. And I personally believe that Portia did not want to share that damn spotlight with Shamia. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't want to share the spotlight with her. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't. She didn't want that. She didn't want that girl on this show at all. And so she could say whatever she want to say, but she didn't want that girl on this show. Everybody was saying that. Even when Shamia did Candy speak on it, the way that Shamia spoke about the conversation that she had with Portia about being on the show, it sounded like Portia wasn't happy about her being on this show. But go figure. Anyway, Shamia says, I'm not an angel. I know that I've said, I know I did say that we have had things in the past where we had to confront those issues and we had challenges in our friendship. Hey, Sheridan, I need to text you anyway. We had challenges in our relationship, but anytime somebody ever speaks about Portia um in my face, I always shut it down, which everybody agrees to. And then they start bringing up the wedding, and Portia says, you bringing up the wedding, and the reason why I didn't come to your wedding is because we had issues. But you said back then that the reason why you couldn't come to the wedding is because you fell out at the nail shop and that you was flying coach and you couldn't do it in coach. So that's why you didn't go. You said one thing and then you did another. So it's just ridiculous to me. Like, girl, just say you didn't want to go to the girl's wedding. That's it. Period. Angela says that she's advocating for Shamia to speak up for herself. Portia says that they are all attacking their friendship. Cynthia says that the group breaks up friendships. I don't really think that the group breaks up friendships, I think that it all depends on the way that you move and the way that you handle things. You do know that this is TV, and you do know that people do have their own motives. They create moments, they look for storylines. We already know that. So your friendship should be able to go through the storms of being on reality TV. That's why a lot of people don't like to go on reality TV with their friends, because sometimes it could be a problem. So I just feel like when it all boils down, Shamia should have left that friendship when Portia said allow Phaedra to drag her the way that she did on national TV. That would have been the end for me. Let me tell y'all something. One thing about me, I'm loyal to a fault. I promise you, to a fault. Loyal to a fault. So that's why I can somewhat sympathize with Shamia, because I'm a people pleaser. I'm loyal to a fault. People could tell me whatever they want to tell me about you. There's nothing that a person can say to me that'll make me want to turn on you. It all depends on what I see with my own two eyes. People could say, people have told me time and time again that certain people were not good for me, and I did not listen to them. And that's only because I didn't see it for myself. See, I need to see things for myself. And sometimes that's a good thing. And sometimes that's not a not so good thing, because you can save yourself all the trouble and all of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? By just taking heed to what people are telling you. But sometimes it's best that but when you really love somebody, sometimes it's kind of like, well, I just stick it out until I see something for myself. And then when you see it for yourself, you feel like a fucking fool, because you were already warned about this. Me all the way. People tell me shit all the time and I don't listen. I want to see it for myself. And once I see it, it makes it that much more hurtful, because at the end of the day, they already told me this already. They been told me. So why am I acting like this? So I just feel like Shamia knew, and people been telling you this, and all of this, all this other shit. Like, people been telling you this shit a long time ago. And at the end of the day, I just feel like that's why nobody got sympathy for you. Like, you sitting up here doing Portia's dirty work, and then she don't even give a fuck about y'all friendship being strained. And now the audience don't care, because you had the audience on your side before this whole situation came about with Drew and Ralph and Angela and all this other shit. You had the people on your side, but now don't nobody really care no more. So it is what it is. But like I said, y'all, I still like Shamia for the most part, but I'm just gonna call a spade and tell the goddamn truth, and that's just what it is. So y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. I need to be going to bed, because I do got to go to work at 5 a.m. Although I just got back home. But I decided to give you guys this live because I didn't want to be 2 days late. 1 day late is bad enough for me. Like, some people could be 3 days late and still put it out. But with me being 1 day late, it is what it is. I don't know. But yeah, so tomorrow y'all gonna get the after show reaction video that I always do. That would have been out today if I wasn't in Mississippi, but y'all gonna get the reaction tomorrow, and y'all gonna get Basketball Wives review tomorrow. So that's pretty much what we are on tomorrow. So y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get on up out of here. I'm starting to clean my mods out, child. I'm starting to clean them out, honey. It's a lot of them to clean out, but I'm cleaning them out. I'm about to delete I was trying to delete the whole my group on Instagram and just restart it, and just make another group with all my mods in there, because I have a whole lot of inactive mods, and I'm just taking away wrenches. It ain't nothing personal, but if I don't never see you in here modding, and you're not doing it, you know, in the way that it should be done, then, you know, that's the only thing. You know, so because a lot of these mods are not around anymore, and some of them don't never come in my chat. So I'm like, why they still here? But anyway, y'all, we're about to go ahead and go on get up out of here. I'll see you guys on tomorrow, and I'm glad that you stayed up to see my review. And I'm out here, y'all. Bye.
It's on some whole shit. What happened to the Zeus fame? Then Bobby made you change your name. I just want you. For a show, still searching for a ring. Pray these hoes find better days. Cut off everybody. Don't trust nobody. Play with everybody, don't have nobody. Cut off everybody, don't trust nobody. Play with everybody, don't have nobody, nobody. Nigga never was a real one. Copping please, spreading lies, what you hiding from? All these shows just an extra.
Little dance now, twerking on shit like bad bitch, munch it up, cock goblin. Slapping ass on this dick, cock goblin. Gobble up his dick, bitch a cock goblin. Fuck him in his face, bitch a cock goblin. Attitude bad, but I'm better. Ass poke out just fatter.